Namaskar, this is Anupam V Kapil, Astro-Numerologist, wishing you a very happy new year. The year is 2024, it adds to an 8, the much feared 8 because it is ruled by Saturn, the planet of justice, karma, and democracy. So, what is it going to do for you, for your number, for your Rashi, and which Rashis will benefit most by it? I'm going to be telling you all this because Saturn is the planet of fortune and as well as of misfortune, the only planet that can raise you from a beggar to a king and make you a beggar from a king. So, what it is going to benefit, which Rashi is it going to bring fortunes, which Rashi will have challenges, which annual numbers will do well. I'll be giving you small tips also. Please do listen to the predictions what I have for India and the world also. You will certainly enjoy this. So, what is the highlight in 2024 and 25? The highlight will be the struggle of the labor classes, the working classes. There will be inflation and they will be fighting against establishments throughout the world. They'll be restless and we would also see a lot of labor reform laws, also laws connected to senior citizens, etc., welfare schemes which will come. But inflation and population is going to be a problem. What does 2024 say for Mr. Modi? Mr. Modi is born on 17 September 1950. Fate number 8, ruled by Saturn. And when you add the date month year, it comes to 5, that is ruled by Mercury. Now, Saturn, the number 8 planet, is sitting in the 10th house. And Mercury, his destiny number, is sitting in the 11th house, it is exalted. And so, this is creating a Raj Yoga permanently. And in the current transit of planets, Jupiter is aspecting his Lagna. That is, in his Lagna, you have Scorpio Lagna with Mars and Moon situated there. So, Jupiter aspects Mars and Moon. With his fifth aspect post May, it will be aspecting his Sun and Mercury. So, I don't see any problem. He returns as a Prime Minister again. And because Mars and Saturn are situated in animal signs, and Mars Saturn Dasha will start now in sometime in April, he'll become more authoritarian, more dictatorial. He's Anuradha Nakshatra ruled by Saturn. India is ruled by Pushya Nakshatra, which is also ruled by Saturn. India date of birth 15 August 1947 adds to 1970, which comes to 17, which is his birthday. Both these days, when reduced, come to number 8. So, all in all, Modi and India's destiny are linked with each other. And his idea of going on for temple kind of activities, etc., is making his Jupiter stronger and stronger. What is BJP's destiny in this particular year? Born on 6th April 1980, fate number 6, destiny number 1, in its 45th year, and in personal annual number 9. 9 is a number of many separations. They will win the elections because they are Gemini Lagna and Scorpio Rashi. Scorpio Rashi is also the moon Rashi of Mr. Narendra Modi, their Prime Minister candidate. They will definitely come to power because the aspects are very good, but there will be a lot of restlessness in this party this year, which will come to the surface in March, April 2025. I see some important leader nationally, very important leader passing away around that time. So I think that they are going to face some kind of personal infighting later on, and some old time leaders will be, and important leaders who are associated with them for a long time will move away from the party. So, which are the signs and numbers which are going to do well this year? See, all signs, I'm talking about moon signs, Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, they'll do very well this year. And also, other signs are going to face challenges. So, you'll have to do remedies for that. The numbers which will do well are 2, 4, 6, 8, annual numbers, not fate numbers. So, how do you calculate an annual number? You calculate it by adding your date of birth to your date of month plus the current year. So, for example, if your date of birth is 1st January, don't take your birth year. 1 plus 1 is 2, add it to 2024. So, 2024 adds to an 8. So, 8 plus 1 comes to a 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So, you reduce it to a single digit. The numbers 44 and 88 are going to be very bad this year. In a number of apartment, a plot or a car or a place like, which adds to an 8 or a 44 or a double 8. So these combinations, please try to stay away. So that would be good for you. सरल उपाय क्या है, इजी रेमेडीज क्या है इस पर्टिकुलर ईयर में अपने पापों को कम करने के लिए? पापों का प्रभाव, पापों को तो कम नहीं किया जा सकता। जैसे आप हाथ में रॉकेल यानी कि केरोसिन लगाएं और उसके बाद में इत्र लगाएं अच्छी तरह, फिर भी सूंघोगे तो केरोसिन की स्मेल आएगी। इसी प्रकार पुराने किए हुए पाप, कितना भी अच्छा पुण्य करो, वो नहीं छोड़ते आपको। हालांकि ये अलग बात है, जितना पुण्य करोगे पुण्य का फल अलग मिलेगा, पाप जो किया उसका अलग मिलेगा। तो पुण्य को बढ़ाओ। रोज कौवा जो है शनि का प्रतीक है और काल को भी रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं शनिदेव, तो आप काला कलर का तो प्रयोग मत कीजिए। और अपने भोजन में से रोज फर्स्ट भोजन जो होता है खुद खाने से पहले कुछ रोटी वोटी या जो भी खाते हो आप बाहर कौवे के लिए रखिए। और जैसे जैसे कौवा खाएगा आपके लिए अच्छा है। प्रेत बाधा, पितृ बाधा ये नष्ट हो जाएंगे, कम हो जाएंगे, नष्ट नहीं होंगे। मुट्ठी भर के जो है आप एंड्स के लिए, चींटियों के लिए आटा और शक्कर मिला के बरगद के पेड़ के नीचे छोड़िए। जैसे जैसे वो खाएंगे आपको उसका बेनिफिट होगा। तीसरी बात, बेरिल, ओपल और फिरोजा, ये तीनों स्टोन चांदी में, इनमें से कोई भी पहन सकते हो आप। इस उंगली में या इस उंगली में। ओपल पहन रहे हैं तो इस उंगली में फ्राइडे के दिन, फिरोजा भी फ्राइडे के दिन, फिरोजा बीच वाली उंगली में। उसमें ईरानी होना चाहिए फिरोजा, जिसके अंदर ट्रेस ऑफ कॉपर होता है, वो सबसे उत्तम है। इससे आपको काफ़ी अच्छा महसूस होगा। विश्व युद्ध तृतीय होगा। सभी देश में, विदेश में, सब जगह ज्योतिष सर्कल्स में अभी ये चर्चा चल रही है। हालांकि मैं इस सब्जेक्ट पे बड़े विस्तार से नॉस्ट्रेडामस प्रोफेसीज को भी इंक्लूड करके 99 में ही सब कुछ लिख चुका था। और वही एरियाज में ये सब आ रहा है। धर्म युद्ध में ये बदलने वाला है, ये मेरी भविष्यवाणी थी। अब पहले देखते हैं इसके 3-4 स्टेट एक्टर्स हैं। इजराइल, यहाँ पे हमास के साथ जल्दी कुछ खत्म नहीं होने वाला। इनका कोई पॉलिटिशियन को ये एबडक्ट करेंगे, जिससे सीरिया, लेबनान, ईरान, टर्की, ये सब में वॉर आगे चल के स्प्रेड होगा। ये डिस्टर्ब्ड एरिया रहेगा। अब तो आप देख रहे हो यमन बेस्ड हाउदी रिबल्स जो हैं शिप्स को अटैक कर रहे हैं, जो भी इजराइल में जा रहे हैं। लेकिन जहाँ तक इजराइल है, उनकी विमेन काफ़ी एक्टिव रोल प्ले करने वाली हैं और उनकी आर्मी ज्वाइन करके बड़ा अच्छा काम करेंगे। 2024 अप्रैल तक तो पीस नहीं है इजराइल में। उसके बाद में 2025 से लेकर जो आगे का जो पीरियड है वो बहुत ही डेंजरस पीरियड है। बड़े बड़े वॉर्स और ये चलते रहेंगे, डिकेड ओल्ड वॉर्स, ये भी हम कह चुके हैं। अब दूसरा पहलू भी देखता है, दूसरे कंट्रीज इसमें कैसे आते हैं। What are the challenges we must address in 2024 in the world? See, the most important thing which is being ignored politically across the world is the footprint, what new technologies are coming and ravaging the environment. There'll be only a lot of talk and not much is going to go to improve these. There will be efforts, but you see the biggest challenge is all cities are growing vertically, especially in India and all. So there's a lot of pressure. Solar energy is taking care only in the daytime. At night time we have a huge deficit because of the vertical buildings, a lot of electricity pumps, banks running online 24/7. This has put a pressure on the energy needs. So we'll have to go for alternative energy. And even the wind does not blow with that same strength throughout the day. So wind energy, I see alternate technology coming in automobiles, and I see hydrogen playing a very important role. Some technology which will replace diesel in the coming time. We'll hear of news of that how we are able to run on water and all these kind of things. These are going to be the new age technologies. And I think that leaders must pay more attention, because our water systems are getting totally affected. And predicting about weather, earthquakes and all these things, there's no prediction at all. You don't need to be an astrologer now. This is going to be a regular phenomenon throughout the world. World cycle of number 225. Now what is this? This is the first time I'm telling you. You wouldn't have heard this anywhere on the net. 225 is the cycle which we as a world are going through. It's a world cycle numerologically. And this first, earlier before this cycle existed between 1939 and 1945. When World War II was going on, and we had dictators like Adolf Hitler over Germany and Mussolini in Italy, traumatizing Europe, etc. And there were dictatorial kind of authoritarian kind of governments all over the world. This is the same cycle which we have entered into from the year 2017, and this is going to last till 2025. So, all over the world, you do expect more authoritarian controls, more policing, because it is the directive principle of Mars which will be unleashed on the people to curtail their liberties across the world. And we can expect to breathe fresh air only in the year 2026, but that's very temporary because we have entered a decade of wars, which the climax will be around 2040. So, which are the sectors which are going to do well this year? Saturn is in Aquarius, which is an air sign, and it's its favorite Rashi, it's Mool Trikon Rashi. And all the pursuits connected with space and technology, artificial intelligence, electronics, iron and steel industry will do well. Mining will do well. Geology, nature studies, and anybody into collection of antiques. This kind of business is also going to do very well. People into occult, into study of psychology, and also the sector of oil. These all sectors will do very well. So if you are in any of these fields, expect a good time. So what does it look for the shipping industry in 2024? This industry is going to be under a lot of pressure. Saturn is in Aquarius and will be afflicted by Mars soon. And then Rahu Mars kind of conjunctions are also not very good. This year, the problem which has shifted from the Black Sea to the Red Sea, there is an international pattern to it, and ships which are moving to Israel and those who have connections with Israel are being attacked by the Houthi Yemen based rebels. There is a support of Iran also to it, and recently a foreign minister has also visited Iran to discuss this. But this problem is going to continue for some more time, and due to which shipping lanes will be affected, the insurance prices are very high, and the transport will also go up, and Indian exports are going to be hit by it. So, the second half of the year, we shall see this thing getting sorted out. Another set of industries which will have major reforms. This is the postage and telegraph industry and the railways. The planets are well disposed to see a revolution in these industries apart from electronics. The army is going to do huge spending post May. Women scientists, women all over the country are doing exceptionally well in this particular year. And I also see that there's going to be a government legislation which comes and curtails these Ponzi get rich kind of schemes, and also against superstition and people promoting all these switchword kind of business. There will be some law which will come and curtail all these kind of things in this particular year. So what about air crashes and safe travel? As per my study, which I have studied for air crashes, if you want to travel in India, Wednesday and Friday is the safest time because the least number of crashes in flying aviation history have taken place on these dates. The highest number of accidents in domestic travel, air accidents, have taken place on a Monday and on a Sunday. The number 7 and 8 as a fate number in the date is responsible for the maximum crashes in India. As far as international travel, 8 number is the safest number, 8, 17, 26, etc. And the highest number of crashes internationally has taken place on Sunday and Tuesday. I hope this information helps you. So, which is the fashion color of this year? Obviously black, because Saturn and black are connected. Also navy blue. Now, if you want to wear black, just balance it out by wearing it very occasionally and wear mauve, canary, buff, and tan. These are the supplementary shades which you should use. Black is not advisable because it's a color of sorrow and loss if it is excessively used. Even when you go to temples, you must not wear it. You see, it's a color of mourning. And, in astrology and even in Tantra, it is associated with black magic, Tantra. And if you want those evil kind of siddhis, which are not good, essentially meant at harping people, black magic, etc. But the worshippers of Ayyappa do wear this they are exempt from this during that period, because it Ayyappa is also called Shashtadeva, which is again connected with Saturn. So this rule does not apply there. What about health and diseases this year? See, till 15th of February, there is some issue, then March, and then also we are seeing this happening sometime in April and June. These are the sensitive months. Immunity, low immunity is going to be a problem connected to digestive system, hepatitis, skin, cancer. These are the problems which I see, frigidity and headaches. These are the major issues which will grow proportionately much more than other diseases. So I would say do your blood reports, get your scans done on time, and be safe. So what are the unsafe periods in this year? See, March and April and May. April we have Saturn Mars conjunctions and exteriors. May we have Rahu Mars conjunctions. These are to be avoided. Places which add, cities and states that add to number 8 or number 4 are the areas that can be avoided. We shall have communal tensions, terrorist activities, and such like train disasters during this period. So you can consult, and secondly, you must definitely consult your astrologer to know about your Ghatak nakshatras, Ghatak tithis. Ghatak means dangerous. And you must always, there are certain rules in travel numerology which and travel astrology which you must definitely see before you go out, so that when you're going out on a pleasure or work kind of assignment, you meet with success and there are no pains. So, how is the Indian economy going to be in brief? I say it's the trends are going to be good, especially the second half when Jupiter moves into Taurus. At that time, it will be in the 11th house from Mercury, which is placed in India's Cancer Rashi, from Saturn, and also from the Sun. So India's stature will grow. Secondly, Saturn in its own Ashtak Varga has good points. So that's also good for the space and technology industry. Indian stock markets will see a correction of 25 to 30%, but the second half is good. Technically, it's the least volatile market and the most expensive stock market in the world. The dollar will keep sliding and the gold prices will keep on going up due to buying by central banks across the world. And China investment, foreign direct investment is going to reduce by, it's going to be the lowest in decades. And that is going to attract a lot of foreign direct investment into India. So India economy is bound to do well irrespective of the world scenario. How is 2024 for India's space and scientific missions? I say wonderful, exceptional. Indian scientists will be rewarded across the world, awarded, especially the Indian women scientists. Infosat, Aditya, solar expeditions, and we are trying to also put our observatory in space. All these will meet with success. The last time we had Venus Antardasha, which we are running right now, we had launched the anti tank Nag missiles. So I expect this to be a wonderful year for artificial intelligence and space technology. One must invest in companies like this, and after consulting your stockbrokers, of course. And I see good achievement there. So, which are the leaders who will suffer internationally? The leaders who are born in the sign of Cancer or Leo as their moon sign, and especially if their Navamsha is also Leo, it creates a Raj Yoga. So these will suffer considerably. They will have risk to their lives and death, and also they'll have popular uprisings against them. So, what is about China and the threat to India? I feel and predict that China will be the biggest threat to world peace. This is a 22-year-old prediction made consecutively by me, and we have entered the dangerous area. 2025, India needs to be very careful from China. Of course, there will be maneuvers made from this year, Maldives being one of the kind of small things where their interference has been there. And the northeast is going to be the place which is going to bear the brunt. And why? Because the nakshatras, right from Revati backwards till Satabhisha, from there Rahu will be transiting, and from here Saturn will be moving forward. So all the areas, the Darad, the Kashmir, northwest frontier provinces, and the northeast, they are going to be under a lot of problem. Even the coastal Bengal areas, and Apart from this, I feel that China, though it feels that Russia, it's glad to have Russia as its junior partner right now because it's supporting America and saying that we will ensure that there is no nuclear kind of fallout, etc. Gradually, Russia becomes a little weaker and China will swallow some areas of Russia also. And this is not good news for the world. And as far as India is concerned, events which are happening globally and even the dashas for India later on between 25 to 2032 will make India more authoritarian. And there will be a lot of communal kind of incidences happening in the decades coming from now. What happens to Israel? See, in Israel, the whole thing is that I have predicted this long time back, about 1999, that Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Palestine, Turkey, that entire Persian Gulf area is going to be an area of, it's going to become a very hot area, and millions of people in the coming years will perish in this particular region. And this is going to get converted into a clash of faiths between Islam and Christianity. That is the truth there. And it's a civilizational kind of clash. I wouldn't like to add much more, but I would say that till April 2024, Israel will continue to remain in this kind of state. Later on, an Israeli politician will be kidnapped, and because of this, this is going to lead up to hostilities building up from 2025 to 2030, and subsequently, 2025 is a very dangerous year. I mean, people are asking about world war. I would not say anything much more, but I'd like to be positive, but the planetary indications are not at all positive. So, what happens to America in this particular year? America, as I have forecasted many times in my earlier predictions on television, etc., is going to face a recessionary trend. They have, post COVID, spent a lot of money and pumped in a lot of money to, save their economy. Their fiscal deficit has grown from 3.5% to 6% plus now, which is not very good. And more of welfare schemes are going to come in this year because this being an election year. So the American dollar is sliding, and it has been benchmarked. The moment the dollar slides, the gold will start going up. And other countries are losing faith in the dollar because America, the way it has acted against Russia and got them out of the money market, payment systems, etc. Other smaller countries are feeling that the same thing can happen with them. America might do the same with them. Russia has not been impacted. This decision has cost America dearly. And it being Satabhisha Nakshatra also, this is not a very good period for them. But this will translate into a better time for India. That is all that I can say. यूरोप के लिए कैसा रहेगा ये समय? मैं काफ़ी प्रेडिक्शंस पास्ट मैनी ईयर से कह चुका हूँ कि अभी यूरोप का टाइम अभी ख़त्म हो चुका है. क्यों? नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ फाइनेंशियल थिंग. जो माइग्रेंट क्राइसिस जो हुआ है वहाँ पे, इतना जो माइग्रेशंस दिस ईयर लास्ट 2 साल जो है माइग्रेशंस इतने ज़्यादा हुए हैं. और ये स्टार्ट हुए थे 2015-16 में, जब जो जर्मनी की जो लीडर थी एंजेला मर्केल, उन्होंने बॉर्डर्स खोल दिए और सब जितने लोग जो नॉर्थ अफ्रीका इधर उधर सब जगह से, यमन, सीरिया, सब जगह से एंटर कर रहे थे, उन्होंने सोचा चीप कैपिटल के लिए ये लोग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बेस उनका जो है ही जर्मनी का, तो उनको यंग लोग चीप रेट्स में मिलेंगे. और मैंने उस समय लिखा था इसके अंदर बहुत सारे टेरर ग्रुप्स भी इन्फिल्ट्रेट करके आएंगे. वो सब अभी यूरोप में स्प्रेड हो चुके हैं. और ये जो है रैडिकल ग्रुप्स हैं एक पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन के, तो ये क्रिश्चियनिटी के साथ जो है लड़ाई होगी. और गुरिल्ला वॉरफेयर और सुसाइड अटैक्स एंड व्हाट नॉट, हेट अटैक्स, ये करने के वजह से यूरोप स्टेबल नहीं हो पाएगा. और चाइना जो है ऐसे ग्रुप्स को सपोर्ट करेगा, और चाइना का भी आगे चल के कम्युनिस्ट चाइना ब्रेकअप होने वाला है आगे आने वाले कुछ सालों में, और रशिया जैसा ही हाल होगा उसका. तो इस सिनेरियो में इंडिया ही वर्ल्ड पावर बनने वाला है. What about Russia-Indian relations? See, Russia and India traditionally, according to Ptolemy, have been governed by Saturn and Mercury. Both these are scientific planets, they are friends, and they have to do with space and technology, which has been Russia's major contribution to India also. They have been our best friends. Huge investments in forms of public sector undertakings, Hindustan Antibiotics, Mathura Refinery, Rourkela, Bhilai steel plants, and even during the crisis of Kargil, and before that also 1971 Bangladesh war, and even during 1949, 1965 wars, it was Russia who played a very, very important role. And even in the current crisis, when they were attacked and they were banned, there were sanctions against them, it was the Russian crude which has kept our inflationary levels down. I see this cooperation going further, and Vladimir Putin, he is a Taurus moon sign. Narendra Modi is a Scorpio moon sign. They are polar opposites, and opposites attract. And so I see this kind of cooperation continuing. And I don't think the Russian economy is going to do very badly in the times to come. They will manage to get out of this Ukraine, this thing with some gains from Ukraine.
कौन से शब्दों का ज़्यादा सुनने में आएगा इस पर्टिकुलर ईयर में? न्यूमरोलॉजी के हिसाब से जो शब्द हैं, बैन, क्लीन, टेम्पल, फेथ, वर्शिप, ये जो चीज़ें हैं, और कंसील, ये भी एक वर्ड है जो आपको इस पर्टिकुलर ईयर में काफ़ी सुनने आएगा सब जगह। न्यूज़ जैसे आप सुनते हो तो मुझे ज़रूर बताना, क्योंकि ये रिसर्च पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ है फॉर स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ न्यूमरोलॉजी।
The year is 2024, it adds to an 8, the much feared 8, because it is ruled by Saturn, the planet of justice, karma, and democracy. So, what is it going to do for you, for your number, for your Rashi, and which Rashis will benefit most by it? I am going to be telling you all this, because Saturn is the planet of fortune and as well as of misfortune, the only planet that can raise you from a beggar to a king and make you a beggar from a king. So, what it is going to benefit, which Rashi is it going to bring fortunes, which Rashi will have challenges, which annual numbers will do well. I'll be giving you small tips also. Please do listen to the predictions what I have for India and the world also. You will certainly enjoy this.
तो क्या 4 और 8 नंबर बहुत ही बुरे होते हैं हिंदुस्तान के लिए या किसी के लिए भी? जी, आपको बताना चाहता हूँ, मैं फर्स्ट न्यूमरोलॉजिस्ट हूँ कंट्री में जो 1993 से लिख रहा है, और इस सब्जेक्ट के बारे में 4 और 8 का कॉम्बिनेशन, क्योंकि बाकायदा मैंने 1000 सालों का हिस्ट्री इंडियन अरब इन्वेजन ऑफ सिंध से लेकर अभी तक ये कैसा 4 और 8 जब आया कॉम्बिनेशन में भारत को बहुत ज़्यादा नुकसान हुआ। तो ये किसी और वीडियो में मैं आपको जो जितना मैंने प्रिंट किया है न्यूज़पेपर्स में वो शेयर करूँगा, क्योंकि बहुत इस पर ही आधा घंटा चले जाएगा। तो आपको ये कहना चाहता हूँ, नहीं, 8 नंबर जो शनि का नंबर है कभी कभी बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट देता है। जैसे मोदी जी हैं, उनका नंबर 8 है, 17 तारीख है, फेट नंबर 8 है, तो उनको अच्छा रिजल्ट इसलिए भी मिला क्योंकि बहुत सारे मंदिर भी बनाए उन्होंने, और लोग उनको कंडेम कर रहे थे ओपोनेंट्स। लेकिन ये पर्टिकुलर जो एक्टिविटी है, प्लस शिव की भक्ति, प्लस शराब नहीं पीना और नॉन वेजिटेरियन नहीं खाना, जब आप कोई मंदिर का निर्माण कार्य में शामिल होते हो, अभिषेक कराते हो, जो भी करते हो, तो आपके बहुत बुरे जो कर्म हैं वो कट जाते हैं। लोगों का सपना रहता है एक मंदिर जीवन में बनाऊं। ये जहाँ मंदिरों में जा रहे हैं उस मंदिर का जो है रेस्टोरेशन हो रहा है। तो इतना बड़ा, अगर आप फर्शी भी लगाते हो ना किसी मंदिर के, तो आप समझ लो आपका घर बन जाता है, फाउंडेशन लग जाता है आपके घर की। तो इन्होंने तो इतने मंदिरों का ये सब विकास किया है। तो बाकी चीज़ें हम डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे, उनकी पॉलिटिक्स अनपॉपुलर हो सकती है कुछ लोगों के साथ, लेकिन ये एक सीक्रेट रहा है, ये आपको बेनिफिट लेना चाहिए इस पर्टिकुलर इन्फॉर्मेशन से। इंडिया का फ्यूचर क्या बोल रहा है अभी? देयर आर पैचेस जो पेन फील करेंगे, लेकिन बृहस्पति का जो ट्रांजिट है जब ये चेंज होगा, और भारत की कुंडली अगर कर्क राशि की पकड़ें तो यहाँ पे बुध, शनि और सूर्य, बुध और शनि टेक्नोलॉजी और साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी को भी रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, ट्रेडर्स को भी रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। तो ये पर्टिकुलर पीरियड जो है एक प्रॉस्परस फेस होगा नेशन का इस पीरियड में। और क्योंकि पर्सनल ईयर भी अगर आप देखते हो इंडिया का 15 अगस्त मतलब 23 5 एंड 8 13 4, जो 4 आ रहा है वो प्रोग्रेस का निशानी होता है। 4 नंबर फेट नंबर जैसा नहीं होता, एनुअल नंबर जो होता है वो बढ़ाता है कामों को और न्यू इन्वेंशंस भी लेकर आता है। तो कॉशियस पीरियड कौन सा है इंडिया के लिए? देखो, मार्च एंड से जो है और मई तक, वैसे तो अप्रैल तक है लेकिन आप मई तक एक्सटेंड कर सकते हैं। इस पीरियड में फायर, एक्सप्लोजन्स, टेरर एक्टिविटीज, ट्रेन एक्सीडेंट्स, इवन एयर क्रैशेस बहुत ज्यादा पॉसिबिलिटी नजर आती है। बारिंग दिस डिफिकल्ट पीरियड हमें इंडिया में और कुछ ज्यादा परेशानी नहीं। हाँ, इस पीरियड में हमारे राजदूत जो हैं उनसे भी कुछ इशू, फॉरेन रिलेशंस हमारे खराब हो सकते हैं, और जो खालिस्तान मूवमेंट और जो सिख कम्युनिटी जो मिलिटेंसी पे जा रहा है वो कुछ परेशान कर सकते हैं। तो ये हमें इसके लिए अभी से सोचना है। आई डोंट थिंक वी कैन डू मच अबाउट इट। ये एक टेम्पररी पीरियड है, आके निकल जाएगा।